Hi everyone, so for today's video I'm going to show you how you can achieve in a very simple way a very nice smoky, colorful, sexy fox eye look. So if you want to see how to achieve this look, you can just keep on watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I put up new videos 3 times a week, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of my content. And before we get started, I just wanted to say this look is actually a collaboration on Instagram with the beautiful Jasmine from the Instagram page called What Life Brings Us. So if you want to see her look, you can check the description box below. I will be leaving her Instagram link. But yeah, if you want to see how to achieve this look, you can just keep on watching. Alright, so we are going to get started. As I said in the intro, I really wanted to do a foxy eye that was a little bit different because all the foxy eyes I've seen so far are really like neutral and natural looking, just to really elongate the eyes. But I really wanted to do something colorful. You know me, I need to put colors on everything. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to do a very smoky, foxy eye look with some colors in there. So I'm going to be starting, I need to stop talking. So I'm going to be priming my eyelids using the Pretty Vulgar primer. If you've seen most of my videos, you've probably seen that I've been really liking this because it is a very tacky finish. So all the eyeshadows that I apply on top are really going to stick and be very pigmented. And today I'm going to be using purples, so I really want a sticky base so that the purple pigment will lay because usually purples are very hard to do and they are often patchy, so I really want to make sure that I have a really nice base before. Alright, so I already did the eyeshadow on this side. So as you can see, it's a really like purple, pink, colorful kind of cat eye look. I'm going to wait to do the inner corner just because I want all of my complexion to be on before doing the inner corners. So I'm just going to show you how I achieve this eye on this eye right here. This eye look is going to look like crap. Because I'm really going to be extremely messy, and when I say messy, I'm going to have a lot of eyeshadow all over my face. So you really just have to keep on blending, smoking everything out, and when you're happy with the smokiness you have going on, you just have to clean your under eye up after, and you're going to have a very nice super blended look. So you really have to trust the process. So today I'm mainly going to be using the Jackie Aina and Anastasia palette. I'm using this because I really love the purples and I feel like they blend very nicely. I'm going to be starting, so I'm going to take a quite dense fluffy brush and I'm going to grab the shade called Supreme, which is a really nice baby pink shade. And I'm going to start by just packing this on my outer corners. And again, do not worry about all the fallout I'm going to have on my cheeks because I am going to clean everything up after. So I'm really just starting by blending this shade and really just having the shape that I want. So I'm really just being super messy. I'm blending this all over my eye, all over my outer corners. And because the primer I used is super sticky, I always like to pack the shades on to have the most pigment. But when I want something to blend, I always like to use a very light transition shade. So I'm going to take this shade right here from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm just going to pack this all over the lid, and this is going to allow the pink to blend nicely into the white, so it's going to do a very nice gradient and there's going to be no harsh lines. And also you'll see I'm going to bring this quite far on my outer corner, and I'm also going to make sure to have that white shade on my outer corner here so that the pink will blend nicely there too, because I did apply a lot of primer here as well. And I'm also going to use some of that white to blend some of these edges. You'll see today we are going to do a lot of back and forth. Alright, so now that this is pretty blown out, I'm going to take the shade called Big Wig from the Jackie Aina palette, and I'm going to be putting this in the same area, but a little bit lower so that we have a gradient from purple to pink to skin color. So I'm really just putting this closely to my lash line, and again creating that very cat-like shape. And for that, I'm using a smaller blending brush. And when the shade is packed on, I'm just going to go back into that first fluffy shade and I'm going to blend everything out. I'm even going to go back into that fluffy brush with a little bit more of that white shadow on it, and I'm just going to blend some of these edges further. And now that I have the blend that I need, I'm going to take some more of that purple shade and I'm going to start and pack this on my lash line, and I'm going to bring it to my inner corners. Alright, and now we are going to take any kind of black shade. I'm using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 1 palette, and I'm taking the black shade from this palette. And I'm just going to do a wing. So I'm really just going to draw a normal kind of wing. Nothing too crazy. I'm going to pack that black shade on my lash line too. But I'm not going to bring it quite far into my inner corners. I'm going to stop in the middle of my eye. I just want a little bit more smokiness on this outer corner. And when I have the pigment that I want, I'm going to go back into that small blending brush and I'm just going to blend these edges. And now, as you can see, we are looking extremely messy. So we are going to clean that up. I'm going to take any kind of like cotton pad with a little bit of makeup remover. And with this, I'm going to remove the excess. I'm going to clean that line. And as you can see, we have a really nice, sharp, winged out, elongated shape. A very nice blended one. I'm really happy with this right now. And so next I'm going to jump into my complexion so that I can finish my eye look after. Just because I know I'm going to do a very intense inner corner like point shape. So for my complexion, I'm not going to do something very crazy. I'm going to do my same like little cocktail. I've been really liking these two products together. I'm going to be using the Fenty Hydrating Foundation. I have the shade 100 and this is way too light for my skin right now. And I'm going to mix it in using the BB cream from Yves Rocher. This is a BB cream, so it doesn't have a lot of coverage, but it has a really nice satin finish. And the color is way too dark for me, so when I blend both together, they make my perfect match. So I'm going to be doing one pump of the Fenty foundation and a little bit of this one up like so. And I'm just going to dot some of this foundation all over my face. And I'm not going to apply too much foundation in the center of my face just because I know I'm going to apply concealer there. So I don't really want to have too much product in the center of my face. And I bought the Morphe M439 brush and I really like it to blend foundation. So it's a really compact brush and it's really going to apply foundation very flawlessly. But I'm going to do the same technique where I spread all the foundation around my skin and I'm going to go in with my sponge after just to remove excess product and make the foundation look much more natural. But I really love Morphe brushes because they're so high quality and they're not too expensive. Alright, so I'm just going to go into my sponge and blend everything further in. And by the way, if you're at this point of the video, you should definitely subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos 3 times a week. I'm probably going to start working again because the shop I work at is going to open soon. So I'm probably going to do 2 videos per week now because I'm going to go back to my full-time job. Right now it's 3 videos a week, but I'm probably going to go back to 2 videos a week. If you want to see more of my work, I do upload everyday makeup looks on my Instagram page, so you can always follow me there if you want. But yeah, I just wanted to throw this out there just because I say in each of my videos that I do 3 times a week, but I'm probably going to go down to 2. And for my concealer, I think, which one am I going to do? So for my concealer, I'm going to be using the Essence Camouflage Concealer. And because this eye is really intense, I want my complexion to be quite full coverage too. So I'm using this concealer because it is a very full coverage concealer. So I'm putting this in the center of my face and around areas that I have redness. And I'm going to start by blending this in with my concealer brush. And like the foundation, I'm going to go with my sponge after, just to make sure that everything is blended out. And with the concealer, I'm going to take it in my inner corners. And I'm going to be very careful around the eye, around the eyeshadow we have on our outer corners. I wouldn't want to hide what we just did. So I'm going to clean that up further. Alright, I am loving this look so far. It's so classic yet colorful. I just love it so much. Alright, so everything is blended. Next we are going to bronze the skin up because we have very intense, sharp eyes. I'm going to do a very intense bronze cheek. And for that, I'm going to be using a bronzer that's a little bit more cool toned. I'm going to be using the Yves Rocher bronzer in the shade All Moyen. I'm using this because it's a little bit more cool tone and I really want to have a contoured effect. So I'm going to take this on the temples, in the hollows of the cheeks just to bring back definition. And I'm also going to put some on the side of my nose to give a little bit more of a contoured look, but not really. And also around my chin. And also I'm just curious to know, would you be interested in like having a makeup tutorial in French? I think it might be fun. If you're interested in something like that, you can leave a comment down below. I would be happy to do that kind of video for you. Alright, so I'm pretty well bronzed. So next, I'm thinking, should I do, yeah, I think I'm going to do something a little bit more pink on my cheeks, just because we have that nice pink as a transition shade in the eye look. So I'm going to be using the Fairy Blush palette. I'm going to grab that very nice coral shade. And I'm going to start by taking it on a smaller, precise blending brush. And I'm just going to put this on the high points of my cheeks. I'm also going to run some across my nose. And I'm also going to take it quite closely to the outer corners. Next, I'm just going to pop on some highlight. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Baked Highlight in the shade Moonlight. I want something very natural, so I'm using this one because it doesn't really have any glitters. It's a really nice sheeny kind of highlight, which is going to give a very natural finish to the skin. Alright, next I'm just going to fill in my brows off camera because I don't think it's really useful. I'm just going to start by filling them in with a pencil. I'm using the Yves Rocher brow pencil in the shade Châtain. And I'm going to fluff my hairs up using the Anastasia brow gel in the shade Dark Brown. I have this little sample thing, so I'm going to use that up. Alright, so brows are on, they're looking fluffy as I like them. So next I am going to finish my inner corner. So I'm going to be using the Big Wig shade, which is the very bright deep purple shade. And I'm going to start by drawing that inner corner tear duct area. Alright, and if your shape is looking a little bit weird like mine, do not panic. I'm just going to take a little bit more concealer and I'm just going to clean that line up. Alright, so here we have the shape. I am loving this. This is just beautiful. So I'm going to do the same on the other eye. I feel like doing something in my waterline. I think I'm going to be using just a black liner, or maybe this purple. Yeah, I'm going to be putting in my waterline a very deep purple shade. But I'm not even going to do lower lash shadow. I think I'm going to leave it like that just because it's really going to make the look very elongated. And if I were to put something on my lower lashes, it's just going to make it look a little bit more wide. So I'm going to leave everything looking like that. I'm going to apply some fake lashes next. So the lashes I'm going to be using are a very like cat eye lash. Just because the outer corner is quite larger, so it's really going to enhance the cat eye look we have going on. So I'm just going to put some lash glue on there. I just realized that I forgot to put mascara, so I'm just going to do that real quick. Alright, so both my lashes are on, and next I'm just going to apply some lower lash mascara. And for my lip color, I think I'm going to go for something very nude. So I'm just going to mix two lipstick together. I'm going to be using first the Kosas lipstick in the shade Rose Water. It's a really nice pink nude lipstick shade. And I'm just going to add just a little bit of the Colourpop lippie stick in the shade Brink. And I'm going to put this in the center of my lips. Next, I think I'm going to set everything with a setting spray. So I'm going to be using the Pixie Rose Glow Mist. I'm going to put this all over my face, just so that we look extra dewy. Alright everyone, so here we have it. This is the finished look and I am obsessed. This is so amazing. It really makes my eye look very long, very sexy and smoky, and it's a really simple way to do a foxy eye but with a little bit of color. So you really just have to take your time, blend everything out. You really don't have to worry about anything going on your cheeks because you can clean everything up after, so it's really simple and easy. You can do this kind of look with any kind of colors. I really wanted to do something colorful and smoky at the same time. So if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos 3 times a week, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of my content. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.